Hello, good morning, friends. How are y'all doing today? Happy Saturday, and it is No King's Day. Okay, so to anyone who is going out and protesting today, please stay safe. I know that I am sending you so much protection energy, so much love, and make your voice heard. So we've got a little catching up to do today, okay? And we're actually going to do an extra one because I feel like these three prompts, okay, so yesterday's, today's, and tomorrow's go really well together, so we're going to do them all in one video. So this one might be a little bit longer than usual. And before I forget, also coming out later on today, the Inner Teen Breathwork. I just finished the playlist and it's going to be so full of rage. I'm so excited. So if you've got some rage, some more rage to let out, then, check that out later on today over on my Substack. Anyway, let's dive into our prompts. So our prompt from yesterday from my Let's Do This Witch prompts is, what pieces of our project need the most work? So, hey witch, we have the Seven of Swords. Okay, so with this one, I do think about being sneaky, okay, but not necessarily from the space of being sneaky, right? But having some kind of strategy, okay? Having some kind of plan, having an idea of how to, move through the secrecy of starting something new, right? Like if we have a new project, we don't necessarily just want to spill the beans on it right away, right? We want to have a plan. We want to have an idea of how we're going to put it out there. We want to have an idea of, if this is going to be a monetary offering, then how much that's going to cost. If this is going to be, a specific offering to help someone, we want to be testing it, trying it out, on ourselves, on our friends, things like that, just to make sure that it's ready for launch. So I almost get the feeling that a lot of us are super excited about these projects and we want to tell everybody about them right away. So if you are feeling that way, just hold on. Just wait a little bit longer, okay? It's not time to spill the beans yet. It is time for you to be working on the plan of how you're going to launch it, how you're going to put it out there, how you're going to share it in a way that people are going to be not only receptive, but excited for it too. So then today's prompt is, what pieces of our projects are the most solid? And I've got 3 cards, so let's dive into it. First one is the Queen of Coins. Okay, so for this one, this is very much about us having the resourcefulness. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. We are resourceful as fuck. We have the ability, we are grounded enough, we are tuned into our abundance, we are asking enough money. Okay, again, if this is a monetary offering, then whatever amount you have in your plan, okay, whatever amount you have in your head, that's going to be a solid amount to charge for this. Whatever this project is for you. Another piece that is solid for us has to do with our emotional selves, okay? We are in love with this project. We are in love with what we are creating, okay? We feel connected to it emotionally. We feel connected to it, and we understand that we are really kind of like birthing a baby in a way, okay? Our creations are like our little babies, for the lack of a better word to use for that. And it's beautiful to feel so connected to a project like that. And the last part of our project that is completely solid has to do with the lovers, okay? So this is very much about knowing that this project, whatever it is centered in love, okay? It's coming from the heart. It's coming from our heart space. So not only are we resourceful enough to bring it to life and we have the emotional wherewithal, but we are pouring love into this. We are pouring love into our project, into really everything around us. And I love that for us. So tomorrow's prompt is, what pieces of our projects are still missing? And I've got another 3 cards, so let's dive into this. So one of the pieces of our project that is still missing has to do with feeling balance, okay? And not only feeling balance like within ourselves and peaceful within ourselves, but also feeling balanced with our resources, okay? Yes, we are resourceful, as we learned from the last poll. But the thing is, we are still living a little bit in excess. We are still spending a little too much. We are using up a lot of resources. And these resources could be time as well, okay? Not just monetary resources. So we really need to be learning balance, okay? Or else we are going to continue to overspend on this. And it's just not going to benefit us or anybody around us. Not only that, but also we need to be rising to the challenges that we are facing with this project. I get a feeling that a lot of us are kind of hiding from the challenges, maybe not really wanting to look at them, not really wanting to sit with them, not really wanting to do anything with them, right? Like just kind of hoping that they're going to fade away. That's not going to work. So we really need to be rising to those challenges and facing them head on. Along with that, also choosing to protect our energy. I feel like this also goes back to the resources, right? Like really connecting it to that and seeing, okay, what have I been over pouring into? What have I been overspending on? And how can I cut that back and reel that in? Because again, that's not really a habit that we want to keep going on, especially if this is like a business project. It's not really an effective business model to overspend and then hope you'll recoup it later. That's just not really a way to do it. So really paying attention to any habits that we might be doing that are kind of mimicking that for us. And the last card we have here is the Chariot. Okay, so we are really missing on this forward movement. I have a feeling that whatever this project is, we've been kind of marinating on it for a while. We've been thinking about it, we've been mowing it over. But what's missing is forward movement, moving beyond, having even like excitement for it. Okay, so not only that, but whenever I think about the Chariot, I see these horses. And if these horses are not heading in the same direction, then they're going to pull the Chariot apart. So really, we have to be looking at ourselves. Are we behaving in such a way that we know that we're heading in the right direction, or do we feel pulled in multiple different directions right now? Because if we do, that is going to lead to this separation from our project, this disconnection from our project. So we really need to be envisioning where we want this to go from here and choosing to stay on that path. So imagine that. We got some work to do. Yeah. So how are you going to dig in and do this work so that whatever your project is, you're building it upon solid ground? Let me know in the comments and I will see y'all next time. Bye, friends.